Okay, we're back. We're back and we did it. Let's see if I can make this work today. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Welcome in, everybody. Let's put the mic over here. Let's draw some rugbies. Let's get this going. Ugh. No, this one. A little bit of a late start today, but that's okay. I had to go to Costco, and Costco's always a day delayer. Should we put rugby in the game? I don't know if that's good cross-pollination or not. He very much doesn't fit. But he's funny. I guess I just need to give him a mask, right? Which I guess his whole body is kind of a mask, but that won't make any sense to people that aren't in the Discord. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Taste. Oh, I have the SoundCloud muted. That would be helpful if you guys could actually hear the music. There you go. Christopher, welcome in. How are you today? I hope you were doing well. What kind of move should Rugby have if we make him a character? Am I really quiet? That might be really quiet. How's that? Is that better? can't see my audio. There we go. I still feel really quiet. Maybe if I put the mic right here, that might be better. We'll try that. Christopher, how are you doing today? Hope you are doing well. Hope you can hear me now. We're doing the viewer suggestion today, so we'll probably just jump right in. I did say I wanted to draw one crab every day just to try to get in the mindset of drawing crabs. So just like a vampire bunny crab. I feel like wherever the that's better. Yeah, wherever the claws are, you have to put the mouth down there. 'Cause the claws just go like right into the mouth. Patrick Mo. My grass is dead, so I haven't had to mow in a little while. It's been really dry here this summer. Seattle needs some rain. Barnacle crab. Drought? I don't know. It's just been weird. We don't water our yards here because it rains so much, and it just hasn't rained this year. So it's been hot and dry. I don't think we've been too much in a drought, but it's definitely been drier than normal. Okay. GG, welcome in, by the way. Let's start this off. For those of you that are new, the way we do this, we have all the suggestions written down on a piece of paper. I'm going to roll some dice. The dice will decide which ones we draw. If you have not suggested one this week, we do a post on Monday, and then we also take more on Wednesday. If you've not suggested one this week, you are able to suggest one now for this stream. Otherwise, we'll just draw what we have. Go from there. 3. A big, scary, beefy iron rot, huh? Werewolf, warforged barbarian dude. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. Did they make a Beast Wars Transformers movie? Or is it coming out? I feel like I have to go watch that one because I like Beast Wars. It was good. man, wolf skulls are weird. Made them new characters for them 2 movies ago. Ah. Were they any good? How'd they do? Bionic, welcome in. How are you doing today? I think I've got a cold. Can't talk quite right. See if we can make this look cool and cyberpunky. Are there animal people in Cyberpunk? I feel like that's got to be something that's been explored somewhat. Not that I'm aware of. I think Cyberpunk was before the furries got noticeable. There was a, let's see, I think Dan Avidan. Can't remember if it was a Ninja Sex Party song. Who wrote Magnum Bullets? That's what I want to know. It's Dan Avidan singing. But I really dig that aesthetic for that music video, because it's like everybody's cyberpunky, but like you either have like a tiny head like this that projects an animal face, or you just have an animal face. I think they're real people, and then they have like cybernetic arms. I think one of them has a cybernetic arm. So that's a furry world, but I dig the idea of a cyberpunk furry world. It's just, it seems like it makes sense. You can choose to look like anything, because you're just having a cybernetic body. Somebody's going to pick an animal. This is going to happen. Because they have the mantis arms, right? Knights of the Light Table? That's right. Everyone has at least one prosthetic. Does the main singer, is the main character in that have it? The main character's got the weird forehead thing, right? Whatever that means. The video felt like a tribute to rock and roll. I can see that. Welcome in, David, by the way. Night Runner is a band featuring Dan Avidan. Knights of the Light Table is the animation studio. Thank you. How'd your workout go, Druid? Imagine running a setting like that. That'd be fun. I think the thing that a lot of people don't quite get, like really when you look at something, is the looking at settings. Like the theme of a setting doesn't matter. It can matter, but it doesn't necessarily need to. And that's why you can get away with like Disney can get away with doing a lot of movies with anthropomorphic cats, right? Like, you can tell a story with tons of different settings and themes, and it still tells the same story. Oh, I'm so tired. Sorry, stretching. So yeah, any cyberpunk game would work if you have the right like setup. Doesn't matter if you want your players to be animals or for some reason in the 20s, like pre-Civil War cyberpunk where you're fighting the king. Be great. Plus, D&D is already kind of like furry adjacent anyhow, so like it does not matter. It's all the same. Bri, welcome in. How are you? Would your homebrew the race or make analogs with the existing? I mean, depends on what you're trying to do. For the most part, I think the analogs work just fine. You don't need to reinvent the wheel for a lot of things. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with homebrewing some stuff on like additional tweaks to things. Variant homebrews are more than enough in most cases. Doing very well, thank you. Yeah, no problem. I hope your day's going well. It's almost the weekend. I'm excited. Supposed to run the next leg of my campaign tomorrow. I'm not really ready. I've run it before, but not with. I have to make the assets for the maps and stuff because I ran it at the table last time. I want to make sure I write it right, so I might have to spend the afternoon doing that. Christopher, a good example of what you're asking is like you could just use gnolls. Gnolls work for most animals. Your request was submitted for review, just waiting? Are you talking about for the viewer suggestion or for work? Money. Okay, for work. I think we're gonna move on to the next one. Nice. Toad amphibian is a gunslinger, but instead of using one of his belts, always goes for a hidden in his mouth. Gotcha. Toad gunslinger with a gun hidden in his mouth. I understand. Where would good? Nice. What is a Clarky? I don't know what that is. Is it like a cloak? Cloak. Gotcha, okay. Gripply gunslingers, just always, I love them. That's why I drew the gunslinger for the video. Ah, I don't know what the hell's going on with my allergies here. All of a sudden, just came up on me out of nowhere. The drawback, I can't supply my own equipment. I have to use the ancient technology they send. Interesting. That was really funny. Thank you, Monica. Somebody suggested a pirate mimic, so I went for with a cask. Rum mimic, yeah. That's pretty good. One second, be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was weird. My whole head just exploded. It was so strange. You see a mimic or just hooked or a peg leg? We talked about that. We talked about maybe making him a hook or a peg leg. Are you new? Oh, never mind. Is who new? Moniker? High pollen? Yeah, something. Feels like someone just like blew a bunch of pollen into my face. My nose is completely stuffed up now. My eyes are itching. Just out of nowhere. That's crazy. I want to give this frog. I want to draw his tongue. I need to work on my mouths. I don't draw enough mouths, like open mouths. Excuse me. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? Dang it. Can't breathe. This is funny, but I don't think it's working the way I want. We're gonna make this frog a real meatball. Real long legs. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna take an idea. I'll be right back. I'm gonna rewrite a bunch of text for my Jaggerheart game because last night we had an abandoned the last hour when I discovered a huge chunk of text had been saved. Oh no, that sucks. That's no good. by a sleepy baby. We'll see if the sleepy baby will sleep while I try to draw here. No idea if this will work, but we'll try. I've been looking to convert my many D&D homebrew characters I've made to Pathfinder soon. So most stuff I want to play is in there anyways. Yeah. Okay, kid, if you want to stay like that, you can. David, how's your Daggerheart game going? I want to hear about it. I haven't heard about it. Oh, bro. Okay. Should I give up my anonymity and join the call as Druid? Might work better, boys. I mean, you can if you want. You don't have to. Welcome in.
Hi.
Yeah, you can keep those personas separate. If I screwed it up, maybe I screwed
No,
it up.
no. It was fine. You and Corvus are generally very respectful, but I'm very lazy about changing my YouTube name, which is a security risk on my part. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I've said who I am in your chat before, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, but the Daggerheart game is it's going fine. I don't think Daggerheart is a system that I enjoy very much.
Okay.
But I'm also running into the problem where the module that I wrote is probably better played specifically in Call of Cthulhu. Because it's very much sort of like a more horror-esque sort of setting.
And that is not something that's inherently in the game.
It's like Daggerheart is very generic, right? So you can run whatever you want in it. It's I think Daggerheart actually lends itself better to horror than 5e does.
Well, but
did
you have to like homebrew any madness systems or anything that's getting in your way, or is it something the game is missing, or it's just not designed specifically for it?
No, it's the game's not missing anything. Okay. It's just because it's so generic, it just feels very generic, which is both a boon and a drawback, you know.
Okay.
So it works fine. It's a fine system. The thing that's worked best for us so far is combat flows really, really fast.
Okay.
But there's a whole lot that I miss about Pathfinder.
Okay.
And the thing that I think would my setting, why I think it would do better in Call of Cthulhu is because that game does have madness settings. Like you get to play more with the consequences of the horror aspect of things. And my party I've essentially got them trapped inside a haunted house.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so like it's like I said, it's working fine, but I keep running into things and thinking, Man, you know, it would be really cool if I got to play with their heads a little bit more because of the stuff they're interacting with. But it's fine.
That's good.
The fear and the hope dice system, I actually really like it. I think that that's the thing that very specifically is making this work better in Daggerheart than it would have in 5e. And I also think that the setting that I've written probably works better in Daggerheart than it would in Pathfinder.
Okay.
Just because I think Pathfinder it would be really slowed down. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that I
Sure.
could adapt it to either of the other systems fairly easily, but it's running smoothly, and yeah, I just kind
That's
of
good.
don't find the system interesting, but it's successful.
People are having fun. I hope.
I think so.
Good.
Sierra wasn't feeling great when we started last night, but she like the nice thing about Daggerheart is or one of the nice things about Daggerheart is it does kind of lead the GM to prompt the players for more input. And so despite the fact that we had kind of a rough start, people kind of got immersed into what was happening enough
That's good.
that we were doing pretty good by the end, which was why it was frustrating that we got to the Rose Garden and I found that 3 hours worth of work in writing text block had mysteriously vanished from my document.
I've had that.
I've been having
It does happen.
yeah I've been having desync issues with my computer. Like not frequently, it's every once in a while, but I'm assuming that that's what happened. Either that or I completely dreamed that I spent 3 hours writing
Okay.
and and it disappeared. Or it could also be I wrote it in the wrong document and now I can't find it.
Yeah, that could happen. I've done that. I have like 3 versions of the Ashfont campaign going. Not the Ashfont campaign. Siltstone, whatever the hell it is. And every now and again, I'll be in the wrong one and be like, wait, what the hell is this? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's for the other campaign. So the other group of people.
Yeah. I have been really careful, or I've been trying to be really careful about keeping all of my resources that I built for this organized. So I've got a doc to share with the group, and then I've got a doc specifically for the GM stuff where I keep track of all the monsters, stat blocks, and stuff, and all the behind the screen text. And so it would be weird to me that it would be lost in a different document.
Yeah.
Entirely possible that it did happen. I have opened the wrong document before and spent
Whoa.
hours writing in the wrong place, but
All right, I'm going to go get a bottle and see if this kid's... He did not
Yep.
live for very long, so I'm a little worried about him. Hey.
hope he's feeling okay.
Go. Do you want milk? You want milk? Yeah, I got a milk boy over here. I don't know what's going on with this frog, but we're going to try to keep doing it. I like where this frog is, but it's a little messy. We'll give him a. Maybe if I give him a poncho, that'll help. Maybe a poncho instead of the collar.
He feels like he's drawn in a very different style from your usual.
Yeah, this is a very old style I used to do, and I am trying to bring it back.
Yeah, flatter, more cartoony.
Mm-hmm. Everything is shapes.
Yeah.
Doubt I'll ever do commissions with this, but I kind of want to put the game. Try to use more shape language and more shape sculpting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You're making me want to draw, but I also have no strength in my shoulders.
Draw with your shoulders?
I do. Do you not draw from your shoulder?
I draw a lot with my wrist and my elbow. Maybe it's my shoulders. Maybe I just got beefy man shoulders, and so I don't notice how much I use them compared to my wrist and my elbow.
Maybe. My whole shoulder girdle is just exhausted because I did a workout first thing in the morning.
Sure.
I started it and I was like, this is going to affect my ability to draw later. Oh well.
Yeah. Yes, I know how I've drawn this, and I've done it on purpose.
I like him. He's got a lot of character.
Thank you.
That is one of the nice things about like doing super shapy and flat characters. It's much easier to read a lot of emotion in them.
Yeah, like that's really the trick to doing shape language, is like picking shapes that invoke the emotion you want. So like for this guy, I want him very kind of like squinty eyed, so I just made his entire face pucker around his eyeballs. I think coloring the tongue in made it less readable, less legible. Now it looks like he's got a mustache.
It does.
Let's keep the tongue, but move it. Put the tongue over here. Schmoosh. What if I even do like patoo? Brian, thank you for the gift membership. Christopher, enjoy those emotes. Oh, my music stopped. Hold on. Did I just start over? Maybe? There we go. I like the idea of a haunted house. Could we have a haunted dinosaur mansion? That's the question.
I mean, that's up to you.
You all done? Well done. Okay. There you go. Can I draw one or two more? Or do you need to play? Can you entertain yourself for a little bit? You want some markers? Can I trust you with this without biting the tip off of it? I feel like I can't, but we're gonna try. Yeah, I will. Dale Dome. Maybe it's just part of the house is haunted. For some reason, the ghost can't get to the rest of the house. Maybe it's newer. They can't walk on linoleum. I think it'd be pretty weird to find linoleum in a dungeon, but stranger things have happened.
The movie Poltergeist tells me that linoleum is not a ghost deterrent.
Linoleum is made out of petroleum, right?
Yep.
Therefore, possibly made out of dead dinosaurs and/or trees. Could you cast True Resurrection on a linoleum floor? These are the questions.
Probably, but oil is specifically made out of plankton.
Oh, really? I thought it was trees.
Coal is usually trees.
Oh.
Oil is phytoplankton.
Well, that's
I
a problem.
believe. Yeah.
It still feels more poetic to just call it like dinosaurs.
It does.
Dinosaur blood. Going back to Beast Wars.
So you would be very disappointed if you cast True Resurrection on a linoleum floor and it just turned into like a splash of seawater
Yeah.
filled with plankton.
Instantly dies again. Ooh, that's traumatic. I don't like that at all. Try to resurrect somebody, but like they don't breathe oxygen or something. Like you accidentally revive a mermaid. It's like, oh god, fill up a bathtub. Someone spit on him.
Yeah, that'll help.
Don't go to sleep. I don't have a spray bottle.
It usually takes a couple minutes to suffocate. You probably have enough time to drag them into the bathtub and put their head under the faucet.
That's assuming they have a full breath of air. When you revive, do you have a full lung of air? This is actually an important question.
This is an important question. I think no. So their gills would probably be gasping. So I think they would show up gasping for water. But I do think that their blood should contain an optimal amount of oxygen.
A living amount worth of oxygen.
Yeah, because resurrection should bring a creature back to basically pristine health at the time of their demise, right?
Okay, I think I'm done with this frog. I think that's a fair analogy, or a fair assumption. It would be kind of a dick move as a DM to immediately make your players roll a death save.
Yep.
What just happened? There we go. Did you bite the tip off of it? No, just threw it on the floor.
I did have a first edition Pathfinder game where I wanted it to be harder, so we had kind of a table rule where healing spells don't like they will heal injuries, but they don't like undo the damage. So if you have a broken bone and then you get healed, but you don't set the bone correctly, then you have to deal with the consequences of having a kind of mangled bone structure.
I think there were some rules for that for like stat damage. Like that was what stat damage
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely did not come up with this on my own, right? I pulled it from somewhere. I remember reading a bunch of shit about it.
Yeah, I had like that was the point of the regeneration spell.
Yeah.
One of my characters got his arm flayed. And I remember that being like, well, that sucks. I can heal myself because I'm a cleric, but I have no skin, so what is that, like -2 strength? We had a system for it. It worked out. But Kobold were poto? I don't know what a were poto is. Is it a were potato? Let's see what kind of weird meme this is. Oh my god, it's an owl. It's the weird looking owl.
Oh.
I mean, this is almost a kobold regardless. So how do I turn this into a kobold? We'll just put that over there.
I think you just give it a snoot.
Basically just drawing a rugby kobold.
Oh, I always forget how freaking wall-eyed these poor creatures are.
I can see everything. It's kind
Oh,
of
they're not actually owls.
They're not actually owls?
No.
What the hell are they?
Let's see.
I guess if this is a were creature, it should have a beak, not teeth. It is still a bird, right?
Yes, it is still a bird.
Okay.
Nyctibidae is the family.
Ergo, technically a dinosaur. Ergo, this could have been what the T-Rex looked like.
I'm pretty sure its eye cavities are not that large.
They could have stuck out. Actually, that's an interesting thing to look at. Like, if you took a crab skeleton, would you know that it had eye stalks? Does it have bones in its eyeballs?
Uh,
I guess it's an exoskeleton, though, so it is different. But
yeah. Frog skulls are pretty weird. They don't have like eye stalks, but they do have like an upper bony ridge.
what about Mr. Krabs?
Mr. Crab? Yeah, I don't know.
Do crabs not have eyes like Mr. Krabs?
It depends. It depends entirely on the species of crab. Some have big ol' eye stalks, some do not. In either case, I don't think, because crab shells are keratin, I'm not sure they fossilize that well.
Are they keratin, really?
Yeah.
You can find crabs in rocks. I mean, when people smash open rocks.
No, I guess they do fossilize pretty well. Now that I look at looking for crab fossils.
I've drawn some kind of deranged chocobo.
Yeah, you have. But I think you got the beak and the eyes correct.
Which I think you know what this means. We're just gonna roll with the vibe of today. Just make it really gangly.
Perfect.
This guy might have to go up on Instagram. Prescribe. That would actually be really funny, being a kobold, and then when you transform into your were shape, like your tail goes away.
Oh, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Do they shed it like a lizard, or does it
I
get
don't know.
reabsorbed in order to feed the muscle growth?
Yeah, I guess I've never seen the... Where you always lose mass when you transform back, but is it... do you shed the skin, or does it grow out from underneath, right? Like, those are the two kind of options to go with for were creatures.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
What are you doing? Please stop climbing. What are you doing? What do you want to do? Color? Yeah. How about gray? Oh, gray? Yeah, great. Thank you for not biting the tip off this one. Water-based Crayola markers are insanely cheap. And I did not know this.
Yeah, but they're also not great.
Sure, but like, I did not realize the, I have no problem with him destroying them because it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It costs like
I-
a nickel.
I get. Oh, I missed the fact that we were talking about your kid and not talking about art supplies.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Ultra clean washable markers. Where'd the cat go? I saw a guy at Costco this morning using a Crayola marker to mark the tickets. I was like, yeah, that's way cheaper than like a permanent marker, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and I was wrong. Crab shell is made of chitin, not keratin.
Okay, that makes more sense
And
to me.
yeah, chitin is a polysaccharide derived mostly from glucose. Kind of similar to cellulose.
I was gonna say, it's like it's almost a tree. That shit doesn't go away.
Nope. Also, Bry asks if crabs are like nautilus, and no, nautilus shells.
Those are what, carbonate?
Yeah, calcium carbonate. Just like all other mollusks.
Mm-hmm. Hey, kid. Come on. We don't draw on the door.
I didn't expect us to get into Druid's biology hour.
And you bit the tip off the great one. Great. That took 2 seconds, kid. Come on. Markers are for the coloring board. Yeah, you can play with it over here. Please don't draw with it on the door. And he just put God. Okay, I might have to call it today. Stop.
Hmm.
No, hey. You want to go for a walk? Okay. Yeah, I might have to call it here. Sorry we had a late start today. We drew some funny characters though, which is good. The boy wants to go for a walk though, so I better go do that. He woke up a little early. Let's get this guy's eyeballs finished and then we'll go. Yeah, can you go get my shoes for me? Yeah, go get shoes. Yeah, I think I'll be around this afternoon, probably working on the commission. I want to try to finish that up. I also need to finish up the, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the crabs and the rocks.
Mm.
I need to make a map. I need to finish this commission up. I need to work on the game. I need to write the script for tomorrow. But I think I can do all that. We'll see what happens. So, thanks again for hanging out today, everybody. I'm going to go for a walk. I'll be gone for 20 minutes or so, and then I'll be back in the Discord just to hang out. So if people want to hang out in the Discord, you're very welcome to. Otherwise, we'll be back next week. We'll get a new list set up on Monday to draw suggestions there. And, yeah, that's all I got. Thanks again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. I can't talk. Druid, thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate the company. And, Druid, thank you again for the membership, gift membership. I appreciate it. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye, everyone.